PodcastHero.com.
Podcasting from my secret underground lair. Here are the latest great news stories from greatnewspodcast.com, brought to you by The Daily Quote, the podcast designed to kickstart your day in a positive way. Tired of all the doom and gloom news from mainstream media? You'll find none of that here. Instead, we share inspiring stories and developments making the world a better place. I'm Andrew McGivern, and this is the Great News Podcast. Today we're exploring a medical breakthrough that uses hungry bacteria to fight cancer. A massive electric flying taxi taking to the skies in China, and a successful harvest of chickpeas grown in actual moon dirt. Plus, we'll look at a new computer chip that gives self-driving cars reflexes 4 times faster than the human brain. And stick around to the end for the speed round, where we'll cover even more great news. First up, our lead story today is a bold new approach to cancer treatment coming from the University of Waterloo. Researchers are engineering hungry bacteria to literally eat solid tumors from the inside out. The team is using a bacterium called Clostridium sporanges, which is naturally found in soil and thrives only in environments with no oxygen. Because the core of a solid cancerous tumor is made of dead cells and lacks oxygen, it becomes the perfect breeding ground for these bacteria to colonize and consume tumor nutrients. The biological catch was that these bacteria would normally die when they reached the oxygenated outer edge of a tumor. To solve this, scientists used synthetic biology to create an electrical circuit made of DNA. This allows the bacteria to activate an oxygen-resistant gene only when they've reached a high enough population inside the tumor, a process called quorum sensing. This ensures the bacteria finishes the job without growing in oxygen-rich areas like the bloodstream. It's a precision-engineered solution that turns nature's own mechanisms into a powerful tool for healing. Now, if you like the Great News Podcast, you'll love the Great Newsletter. Because although the Great News Podcast is great, the Great Newsletter is greater. Link is in the show notes. Moving from the lab to the skies, a glimpse of the future of transportation just took flight in Kunshan, China. It's called the Matrix, and it's a 5-ton electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, or eVTOL, developed by a company called Autoflight. This is the largest electric aircraft built in China to date, featuring a 66-foot wingspan and the capacity to carry up to 10 passengers. During a recent demonstration, the Matrix successfully lifted off, completed laps around a heliport, and landed smoothly, all while being significantly quieter than a traditional helicopter. While it may take a few more years to build the necessary infrastructure and ecosystem for flying taxis, the Matrix proves that large-scale autonomous electric flight is no longer just a dream. Next, let's look toward the stars. As NASA prepares for long-term lunar missions, a major question remains: what will astronauts eat? Researchers at the University of Texas at Austin and Texas A&M have found a potential answer: chickpeas. For the first time, scientists have successfully grown and harvested chickpeas in simulated moon dirt, or regolith. To make the nutrient-poor lunar soil viable, they added vermicompost, nutrient-rich waste produced by earthworms, and coated the seeds with special fungi that help the plants absorb nutrients while filtering out heavy metals found in the regolith. This successful harvest suggests that future lunar colonies could maintain a sustainable fresh food source right on the moon's surface. Back on Earth, the safety of autonomous vehicles is getting a massive boost from the new hardware-level reflex system. a multinational team of researchers has developed a machine eye chip that can detect danger 4 times faster than the human brain. Traditional autonomous systems can take 0.5 seconds to react to an obstacle, but the human brain reacts in about 0.15 seconds. This new chip uses a filter-then-process approach, inspired by human vision, ignoring irrelevant data and registering only key motion changes in just 100 microseconds. In driving tests, this resulted in a 213% improvement in hazard detection, potentially reducing braking distances by over 14 feet at highway speeds, a distance that often determines the difference between a collision and a close call. All right, let's dive into the speed round for even more great news. Researchers in Seoul have developed supraballs made of thousands of golden nanoparticles that capture 90% of the full solar spectrum, nearly doubling the power output of conventional thermal solar coatings. A large-scale study from Texas A&M found that simple changes, like using kitchen exhaust fans and air purifiers, can significantly reduce asthma attacks in adults who spend up to 90% of their time indoors. Scientists have discovered that adding a simple hydrocarbon called PQ to organic solar cells allows them to retain 93% of their efficiency over long periods, paving the way for flexible, eco-friendly, and low-cost solar panels. A new study reveals that U.S. forests have stored more carbon in the last 2 decades than at any time in the last century, largely thanks to the aging of local trees reaching their peak growth stages. And my favorite quote of the day from the Daily Quote podcast this week is from Robin Crow, who once said, "Jump and the net will appear." If you want an inspiring quote every single day, be sure to follow the Daily Quote in your podcast app of choice. Link is in the show notes. That's it for today's episode of Great News. From life-saving bacteria to flying taxis and lunar agriculture, the world is full of people solving unsolvable problems. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow, share, and send it to someone who needs a little reminder that good things are happening in the world. And if you've been listening for a while and you love the show, please give it a rating and review in the app you're listening to right now. It doesn't take long, but it means a lot. And if you have something to say, you can leave a voicemail from our website, greatnewspodcast.com/podcast, and click on the Send a Voicemail button. Or you can leave a comment on our website as well. And if you listen on Spotify, you can comment right now in the Spotify app. I read every single comment. Until next time, and there will be a next time, keep looking for the good in the world, because it's not only there, it's everywhere.